Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Malak. This is another episode of 12 Tribes United. Now, the last time we went up in Deuteronomy 28, we stopped at 22. We was out in the streets. Now we inside the building, inside my house. So we stopped at Deuteronomy 28 and 22, proving that we the Israelites according to the Bible. Now, let's read down from 22. Let's go to 25. It says, And the Lord thy God, and the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies, and thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and thou shalt be removed into all kingdoms of the earth. So basically, some of us are gonna, it's talking about different slave revolts. When we tried to, fight against the so-called white man, and we didn't succeed. He came with his weapons. He came with his advanced weapons. Those swords, those bow and arrows, they didn't go against that gun. There's no comparison. All right, if it wasn't for the gun, they wouldn't have subdued us the way they did. So yes, we have revolts. You look at Nat Turner, the movie Birth of a Nation. That just came out that I saw not too long ago. We did have slave revolts. And they were halted. Sometimes it was stopped from even happening. The Most High didn't help us because instead of keeping the Most High's commandments, what we did was we leaned onto our own understanding. Talking about we're gonna go and fight against the white man instead of keeping his commandments and the Most High deliver us from this captivity. All right. So, and this says, and thou shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. So it shows you we're not just in America. We've been scattered. All right, we've been scattered among the nations. All 12 tribes. James 1:1 tells you to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. All right, we've been scattered ever since. We went into captivity. And all the captivities, there's remnants of us everywhere. All right. So let's go down to 27. Deuteronomy 28 and 27. The Lord shall smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerods, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou cannot be healed. So a lot of plagues that was in Egypt, and the Most High, plagued us with it. A lot of the diseases, and the emerods is talking about hemorrhoids, and the scab and the itch. Some of us, you got men out here that dealing with different types of women, and filthy women, and they end up getting that itch, if you know what I mean, in certain areas of their body. All right, we're not supposed to be doing it. It said the Lord shall smite thee with madness. What is madness? Mental issues. A lot of our people got mental issues. Why do they have mental issues? Because they don't keep the Most High's commandments. All right, they don't keep the Most High's commandments. So what happens to them? They end up with mental issues. Madness, meaning crazy. All right. So this is why our people are caught up in these institutions. Why our people pull on these medications because they got bipolar and schizophrenia and all that. Those are demons, man. Those are demons. All right. And blindness. What's that blindness? Blindness from understanding the scriptures. And also some of us are physically blind. Can't see. You see a lot of our people wearing glasses. More than anybody else. How many black women I see walking around with glasses, sometimes thick ones. It's also from a vitamin A deficiency, which you can get back your vitamin A by eating a lot of carrots. But the Most High, this is a curse, an astonishment of heart. A lot of our people are sitting there wondering why is this happening to us. It's only happening to us. What's going on? The Most High, the scriptures have the answer. Keep the Most High's commandments, and all these curses shall leave you. You understand? The Most High will deliver you from these curses. You're going through these curses because you're not keeping the Most High's commandments. All right? So now, let's go down to Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 28 and 30. It said, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. What does it mean to betroth a wife? That means you get engaged to a wife, and another man shall lie with her. The breakdown that we used to have down in 1 West was the white man raping our women. Yeah, that happened. But it also means that we're going to have a wife, our wives are going to be harlots. Here it is, you got a wife, and then she goes and sleeps with your brother, goes and sleeps with your friend, so-called friend. All right? Here it is, we have adultery running rampant in our society, man. As our people, the blacks, Native Americans, Hispanic Latinos. Man. We have a lot of issues. That's why you see us on the Maury show all the dang on time. Stuff like that. You see us on the Maury show. Our people saying that our men saying them babies is not mine. Because they know these women today are not like the women of old. In the past, you used to get a woman that was a virgin, and she didn't do these things. Plus, under ancient Israel, we got stoned. The woman got stoned if she committed adultery. So why is this happening to us? Because we committed adultery on the Most High, fornication on the Most High by following these other gods. It tells you in the book of Hosea. So it says, "Thou shalt build a house." Here it is. The Native Americans and the black and the so-called Negroes helped build America. We built their houses during slavery. And thou shalt not dwell therein. Here it is, you helped build a house. Matter of fact, you built the house in slavery. And here it is, it's not even for you, it's for your slave master. He's gonna live in that house while you live out in the shed somewhere. Alright? It says thou shalt plant a vineyard. What is that talking about? The plantation. Here it is, we used to grow crops, grow rice, pick cotton for the slave master. Alright, pick sugar cane, and guess what? Watch what it says. And thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. You couldn't gather of that. That was for the slave master. Yeah, he gave us little scraps, but he ate that food that we was cultivating. Alright? We became the bull. Like you see old photos of a man plowing with a bull. We became that bull after a while. Alright? It says 31. Thine eyes shall be slain, thy ox shall be slain before thy eyes. So here it is, you have an ox, and it gets killed right in front of you, and thou shalt not eat thereof. So here it is, you had an ox, you had a farm, and they would come and they would kill the ox, and they wouldn't give you any of that meat from that ox. Just messed up. It says, thine eyes shall be violently taken away from before thy face. So here it is, we had our land stolen, we had our animals stolen from us during slavery. It says, and that it shall not be restored unto thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Alright. So yeah, they was taking our stuff too, man. Taking our cattle, taking our children. Well, we're gonna go into that. Let's go to 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. Here it is doing slavery. We'd have a family on a plantation, and they would come and sometimes grab members of our family, alright, and sell them off. Alright, that's what they did during slavery. Sons and daughters. Your own children get sold off. It says, and not just that, we have that still happening today, ACS. We have, Child Protective Services where they claim you're not deemed to have your children for whatever reason. It's usually a bunch of foolishness. And they come and they just said, we're going to take your children. The state going to take your children. Why this is happening? Because we're breaking the laws of the Most High. Keep the Most High's commandments, and this won't happen. Stop complaining. Stop talking about what you're going to do to the white man. Stop talking about you got to get economic base and all. That's foolishness. Keep the Most High's commandments first. Then these things, then the Most High will restore your life back unto you. All right. So it says, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. So here it is, you're gonna be longing for your children, like, where's my children and how are they doing? What's going on? It says, and there shall be no might not hand. So guess what? You can't do anything about that. The same thing, but when the state come and take your children, there's nothing you could do about it. They'll take them and they'll disappear into the system somewhere where you can't find them after a while. You know, sometimes you don't see them until they're adults, if you see them. All right. So let's go on to 34. So thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. So yeah, this is gonna piss you off. Like you see a lot of our people, they're mad. They're like, why is this happening to us? And none of these leaders are giving us solutions to get out of this situation. But the scriptures do. Very simple. Keep the Most High's commandments. All right, that's what you do. Repent and keep the Most High's commandments. All right. 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou hast set up over thee. So even the kings went into captivity. Why? Because the kings were wicked. All right. It says, unto a nation which thou nor thy fathers have known. And there thou shalt serve other gods, wood and stone. Some people say, well, you know, if the white man is Esau, then how can we say our fathers don't know? Well, let me put it like this. Our fathers have forgot that they were Israelites themselves. They didn't know who Esau was. They came over here and they were, they were basically lost. They wasn't speaking the language of these people over here. All right. It says, thou shalt serve other gods, wood and stone. What is the wood? So-called Christianity, Roman Catholic religion. What is the stone? It's Islam. The Kaaba stone in Mecca. All right. That's what that stone is. That pilgrimage that Muslims make to Mecca once in a lifetime, is dealing with the Kaaba stone, which is a meteorite, basically. It said, now shall become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, where the Lord shall lead thee. Every nation that we're amongst, they always give us a byword. Like in the Spanish-speaking countries, they call us Hispanics. They don't call us Spanish. They call us Hispanics. It's a byword. Call us spooks, spics. What else they call us? Monkeys, and all kind of foolishness. Niggas. Those are bywords. Everywhere we go in the other nation, all the nations that we're amongst, they call us a byword. Just like when the Israelites were in Greece, they wasn't called Greek, they was called Grecians to distinguish them as a byword. It's like a corruption of that word. All right. 41, let's read down to 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, meaning during captivity, we had sons and daughters. We had families. But thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Meaning our sons and our daughters, we couldn't play with them and enjoy them because they were too busy being slaves. They were in captivity. All right. 43. Let's read down. The stranger that is within thee, that is with thee, he shall get up above thee very high. And thou shalt come down very low. What is that talking about? These other nations that come to America, you notice, as soon as they come here, within a few weeks they own 10 gas stations. Why? These are the curses. The other nations come here and they capitalize off our people. They open up stores, they open up they open up nail shops all up in our neighborhoods. And here it is, you can't even get a job. All of a sudden, the next thing you know, they own 10 hotels and so forth and so on, and 20 gas stations. And you wonder, I can't even get a job. I can't even get one gas station. But here it is, these other nations, they can come here and get all type of grants and free grants and so forth and so on. And we can't even, it's hard for us to even get a regular job. You go to the bank, ask for a loan, they look at you like you're crazy. Like, we ain't giving you that. Chinese guy come here, Arab guy come here, he don't got nothing. They give him everything. All right, so this is what that's talking about. All right, brothers and sisters, this is part 2, Deuteronomy 28. Shalom.